What is BMI? BMI means body mass index, which is a value derived from the mass and height of a person. The BMI is defined as the body mass divided by the square of the body height and is expressed in units of kilograms per square meters, resulting from the mass in kilograms and height in meters. As you see in this chart, the healthy BMI range is from 18.5 kilograms to 25 kilograms per meter centimeters or square meters. Healthy weight for the height is 48.9 to 66.1 kilograms. And as you see in this age 50, I am 50 years old, male. As you can notice, the height is 162.56 or 5 feet and 4 inches. The ideal weight is 58 kilograms. Okay, now my weight right now is 64, okay, as of yesterday, and that is 24.2 BMI, and that is still normal. It's not beyond 25. So my goal is to reach 58 kilograms only, okay, and that is the one. Now you might be thinking why. Let us read more about it. That the body mass index calculator can be used to calculate BMI value and corresponding weight status while taking age into consideration. So anyhow, let's go into this one. So BMI introduction. BMI is a measurement of a person's leanness or corpulence based on their height and weight and is intended to quantify tissue mass. It is widely used as a general indicator of whether a person has a healthy body weight for their height. Specifically, the value obtained from the calculation of BMI is used to categorize whether a person is underweight, normal weight, overweight, or obese, depending on what range the value falls between. This range of BMI vary based on factors such as region and age and are sometimes further divided into subcategories such as severely underweight or very severely obese. Being overweight or underweight can have significant health effects. So, while BMI is an imperfect measure of healthy body weight, it is a useful indicator of whether any additional testing of or action is required. Refer to the table below to see the different categories based on BMI that are used by the calculator. As you see in this table, you see here for adults, this is the World Health Organization's recommended body weight based on BMI values for adults. It is used for both men and women age 18 or older. So you have here category, BMI range or kilograms per square meters. Severe thinness is below 16. Moderate thinness is 16 to 17. Mild thinness is 17 to 18.5. I was told by someone that models, those lady models, beautiful ones like Miss Universe, their BMI is between 17 to 18. And the normal, as we read already, is between 18.5 to 25. And overweight is 25 to 30. And you see down here, obese, class 1, obese, class 2, obese, class 3. Now, you'll see the chart for adults, okay? Now, right here. Now, let's go down to the table, the BMI table for children and teens, age 2 to 20. So they have a different kinds of BMI. The healthy weight is 5% to 85%. Okay? Now, we need to be interested in the risks associated with being overweight. Being overweight increases the risk of a number of serious diseases and health conditions. Below is a list of said risks according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. You have high blood pressure, higher levels of LDL cholesterol, which is widely considered bad cholesterol, lower levels of HDL cholesterol, considered to be good cholesterol in moderation, and high levels of triglycerides. Type 2 diabetes, coronary heart disease, stroke, gallbladder disease, osteoarthritis, a type of joint disease caused by breakdown of joint cartilage, sleep apnea, and breathing problems. Certain cancers, endometrial, breast, colon, kidney, gallbladder, liver, low quality of life, mental illnesses such as clinical depression, anxiety, and others, body pains, and difficulty with certain physical functions. Generally, an increased risk of mortality compared to those with a healthy BMI. As can be seen from the list above, there are numerous negative, in some cases fatal, outcomes that may result from being overweight. Generally, a person should try to maintain a BMI below 25 kilograms per square meters, but ideally should consult their doctor to determine whether or not they need to make any changes to their lifestyle in order to be healthier. Okay? Here are some risks associated with being underweight. Okay, it means the BMI is below. What is that BMI? Underweight. It should be below right here, below normal, like maybe severe thinness, like below 16, kilo BMI. That is dangerous. What is the danger? Malnutrition, vitamin deficiencies, anemia, lower ability to carry blood vessels, osteoporosis, a disease that causes bone weakness, increasing the risk of breaking a bone, a decrease in immune function, growth and development issues, particularly in children and teenagers, possible reproductive issues for women due to hormonal imbalances that can disrupt the menstrual cycle. Underweight women also have a higher chance of miscarriage in the first trimester. Potential complications as a result of surgery, generally an increased risk of mortality compared to those with a healthy BMI. So in some cases, being underweight can be a sign of being underlying condition or disease such as anorexia nervosa, which has its own risks. Consult your doctor if you think you are someone you know is underweight, particularly if the reason for being underweight does not seem obvious. Here's the limitation of BMI. Although BMI is a widely used and useful indicator of healthy body weight, it does have its limitations. BMI is only an estimate but that cannot take body composition into account. Due to a widely variety of body types as well as distribution of muscle, bone mass, and fat, BMI should be considered along with other measurements rather than being used as a sole method for determining a person's healthy body weight. In adults, BMI cannot be fully accurate because it is a measure of excess body weight rather than excess body fat. BMI is further influenced by factors such as age, sex, ethnicity, muscle mass, and body fat and activity level, among others. For example, an older person who is considered a healthy weight but is completely inactive in their daily life may have significant amounts of excess body fat even though they are not heavy. This would be considered unhealthy, while a younger person with higher muscle composition of the same BMI would be considered healthy. In athletes, particularly bodybuilders who would be considered overweight due to muscle being heavier than fat, it is entirely possible that they are actually at a healthy weight for their body composition. Generally, according to the CDC, older adults tend to have more body fat than younger adults with the same BMI. Women tend to have more body fat than men for an equivalent BMI. Muscular individuals and highly trained athletes may have higher BMIs due to large muscle mass. All right, so in children and adolescents, the same factors that limit the efficacy of BMI for adults can also apply to children and adolescents. Additionally, height and level of sexual maturation can influence BMI and body fat among children. BMI is a better indicator of excess body fat for obese children than it is for overweight children, whose BMI could be a result of increased levels of either fat or fat-free mass. All body components except for fat, which includes water, organs, muscle, etc. In thin children, the difference in BMI can also be due to fat-free mass. That being said, BMI is fairly indicative of body fat for 90 to 95% of the population and can effectively be used along with other measures to help determine an individual's healthy body weight. All right, so you see here BMI formula. Below are the equations used for calculating BMI in the International System of Units and the US customary system using a 5 feet or 10 inches, a 160-pound individual as for example. All right, I think that's enough for the BMI. Okay, let's